What if you could live and work in the US under an investor visa without investing a single dollar? There's a legal pathway almost no one talks about, but it might be perfect for you. What is the E-2 Essential Employee Visa? Let's get right into it. There's a powerful subcategory of the E-2 investor visa that most people, even many immigration hopefuls, have never heard of. It's called the E-2 Essential Employee Visa, and it's one of the most underrated legal work paths into the US. Now, unlike the standard E-2 investor visa, this option doesn't require you to invest your own money into a business. Instead, it allows you to benefit from someone else's investment while gaining many of the same legal rights. Backing up, what's the E-2 investor visa? Just to provide some context, the traditional E-2 investor visa is for nationals of treaty countries who want to start or buy a business in the US. To qualify, the investor usually needs to make a substantial investment, often upwards of $100,000, though the actual required amount depends on the business type, size, and structure. This visa allows the investor to live in the US, operate and grow the business, and renew the visa as long as the business is functioning. It's a fantastic option if you have the funds to back it. But that's the catch. Most people don't have $100,000 just sitting around to start a business. And that's where the Essential Employee Pathway comes in. The core idea: leverage an existing business. Instead of starting your own venture, you can be sponsored by an existing E-2 business as a critical team member. The key is that the business must already be operating under a valid E-2 investor visa, and you must bring specialized skills, knowledge, or leadership to the table. This allows the U.S. business to bring you on board without requiring you to invest a single dollar yourself, and you still get the benefits of working legally in the United States. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Many people assume that if they aren't investors or entrepreneurs, they have no shot at coming to the U.S. under a business-related visa. But the E-2 Essential Employee Path proves otherwise. In fact, U.S.-based E-2 businesses often need foreign nationals who understand their language, market, or operations, people who can lead, supervise, or provide highly specialized skills that aren't easy to find locally. This visa category can be a game changer for those with unique skill sets, especially in tech, international business, logistics, operations, or engineering. If you've got industry-specific expertise, managerial experience, or you're bilingual with professional knowledge, you could be exactly what an E-2 business is looking for. Key requirements to qualify. Let's talk eligibility, because while this visa offers huge potential, it also comes with specific rules. Nationality must match the E-2 investor. This is non-negotiable. If the E-2 investor is from Canada, the essential employee must also hold Canadian nationality. Same goes for other treaty countries. If you're from a country not on the E-2 treaty list, unfortunately, you won't qualify, even if you meet all other criteria. Specialized knowledge or supervisory role. The job can't be something basic like entry-level admin or general labor. USCIS and consular officers want to see that you're coming to perform critical duties that are essential to the business's success. Clear job description and documentation. To prove you're essential, the employer must submit a detailed job description outlining your responsibilities, skills required, and why a U.S. worker cannot easily fill this role. Major benefits of the E-2 Essential Employee Visa. So, what do you actually get with this visa? Live and work legally in the U.S. Bring your spouse and children under 21 unmarried. Spouse receives work authorization, which is huge. Renewable in most cases as long as the business stays operational. No need to own, invest in, or control the company. It's nearly everything the E-2 investor gets, minus the financial risk. How to find opportunities. You might be wondering, how do I actually get sponsored under this category? It often starts with networking or connecting with businesses already operating under E-2 status. These companies may be actively seeking essential employees, but don't advertise it publicly. If you have experience working with international companies, or you're fluent in a language and industry that aligns with the business, you might already be on their radar. Also, some E-2 investors set up a U.S. branch of their overseas company and bring in core staff from their home country using the Essential Employee Visa. If you work for a company with international operations, it's worth having that conversation with leadership. A final note on strategy. The E-2 Essential Employee Visa isn't just a loophole. It's a smart, legal strategy for entering and working in the United States when you're not in a position to invest large capital. But like any visa process, success depends on preparation, documentation, and a compelling case. Work closely with a qualified immigration professional, especially when drafting the job description and company support letters, because how you present your case is often just as important as the case itself. Now that you know about this under-the-radar visa category, think about how it might fit into your immigration goals. Whether you're currently abroad or already in the US on another status, this could be the option you've been waiting for. If you got value from this video, please like and share it, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights on US immigration strategies that actually work. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.